Jai Shri Mataji. Let us all bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini and put Bandhan. Shri Ganesh Mantra. Let us now listen to Shri Mataji's speech.
With these disintegrated temperaments, people took to anything that came to them just to please themselves. When the advent of this thing, like Umar Khayyam, who is he? He's anti-God, absolutely anti-God man. Horrible. But people appreciate him very much. Umar Khayyam, what a poetry it is. They appreciate. Why? Because the disintegrated part of their heart likes Umar Khayyam when he sings, oh, we should drink here. What is there in this life? We don't know what is going to be there. Because Muhammad Sahib has said not to drink, he must sing such a song. This is the poetry of Mr. Umar Khayyam, who is being very much respected everywhere. And he is very much regarded as a great poet in Iraq, where today Khomeini is one great horrible man is born, and he still respects this Umar Khayyam. I don't know how can he respect him. What a contrast! It is just see. What a contrast! This Umar Khayyam singing dirty songs. They are not in praise of God. Music which is not in the praise of God is not music, is ashleel, is filth, is dirt. Our classical music in India was based on Om. Even at Kundalini, when it reaches here, at the Vishuddhi Chakra, it makes all the sounds of A, A, I, I, U, U, A, I, O, Au, Ru, Ru, Lu, Lu, Aha. All these 16 vowels are coming from the 16 chakras, or the sub-chakras, or the petals of this Vishuddhi Chakra. These are Bija Mantras of the Vishuddhi Chakra. All the vowels come from here. And when we sing dirty songs, we spoil this chakra Vishuddhi. That's why all the people who sing these dirty songs have to take to drinking, because I think they can't bear, or they can't do it. They can't sing these bad songs unless and until they take to some sort of an escape from God. So music and drinking started going hand in hand. In the West, the music broke all its traditions because they had no sense left in them to recognize that music is meant only for God, only for hymns, to be sung in the praise of God. All music should be in the praise of God. All ragas should be in the praise of God. We had no namaz system of different times, but we have a system of music in different times. At different times, a certain music should be played, where you describe a mood, and all the moods that are described have to relate themselves to God. There is no other mood that is enjoyable to the spirit that does not relate to God. There is no mood which one can enjoy. Even Bibhatsa, the mood of Bibhatsa is grotesque. Even that mood one enjoys, one can listen to when they see the filth and dirt. The left side is so scientific. Our music system is extremely scientific because it was taken in the form of this music when actually the Kundalini moving into different, the Sapta Swaras. These 7 Swaras are built in our 7 chakras. We start with Sa, then Re, Ga, Ma, Mother, Pa, Da, Ni. My name also starts with Ni. These 7 Swaras are built in with 7 notes, and there are Vikrutis, Vikrut Swaras, which are the side, other chakras that we have to make about 12 swaras. But nobody understood the real meaning of music. Sharada, the goddess of Saraswati, is the one who carries the message of Virata within us and tells us how to sing. She tells us what is appealing to God. How these ragas were made also, just think of it. Because first they chose the notes, the aroha, avrohas, the going up and down, which was appealing to God. So the melodies were created. Melodies are fixed. You cannot change the melodies, the notes, because they found out that at this point the spirit awakened. On the vibrations they found out. They found out that when they sang, this way it worked out. The veena they played and they found out the exact swaras. Exact swaras, which would really make you feel nice. Now you know that those people who have come from the West don't understand any Indian music on the mental level. But they understand at the spiritual level because their spirits get filled with joy and the vibration starts flowing. The sense of music, this depiction of music was done by Sri Krishna. It is he, the one who taught Tala. Of course, we can say that Shiva is the one who dances the Tala. But the one who depicted it for human beings, who gave the message to the world, how the Tala should be, is Sri Krishna through his dancing movements. He kept the Tala all the time. Like the way he stands itself suggests how he kept the Tala. And he played the Murli also to suggest that music is what God's love is. His music is suggestive of God's love. That suits you, that clears you, that makes you happy, that gives you joy. And that's why he suggested through his singing, through his music. He never wrote any poetry, did he? He never wrote any poetry as such. But when he spoke in Gadya, in the prose, it became Gita. Just when he spoke, it became Gita. Of course, people have tried to spoil quite a lot of it, the rhythm, which I feel sometimes when people recite it. But still, we must say when he really created it, it was for human beings to create poetry out of prose. Out of prose, he made it communicable because people could first only understand the music, the rhythm of the music. They didn't understand much words and things, but he made it possible. Even in Quran, if you read, the few words before starting every chapter, nobody understands. They are all nothing but mantra bijas. But they put it there. They knew people won't understand, but he put it there because people would understand. All these things you may not understand. You may not understand me either, possibly. But whatever they did was for your hita. This is what happened at the time of Sri Krishna, that he established the concept of hit. Because it was said that you must speak the truth and you must speak the thing that is sweet, priya. Satyam bruvet, priyam bruvet. It was the message of Sri Krishna that you must speak sweetly. Those people who have got a proper Vishuddhi Chakra speak very sweetly. Their voice has that enchanting method of capturing the hearts of people and not debasing them but elevating. So he said, you must do it sweetly. That was his main theme. Everything he did so sweetly that he created a leela out of his doings. It was a leela that he created. He said, this world is not a place where you should be serious, you should be sharp, you should be tense, but it's a leela. Just see the leela, the drama. The whole is a drama. So the whole thing is very sweet. If you see the whole world as a drama, it becomes a sweet thing. The sweetness of it, even if you see a person trying to be funny, you get a joy out of it. If you know it's a drama, you don't get worried if somebody comes and murders somebody, you know it's all fake. It's a drama. It's a drama going on. And that's what he told people, that the whole thing is a leela, so that people should not get into serious moods and actually start acting in the drama in the real way. Like you see, you appoint somebody as, say, Shivaji Maharaj, and there is somebody coming from the other side and he takes a sword and he really hits the fellow, then you say this Shivaji Maharaj actor is no good. He gets absolutely involved into the thing and he hits the other person. So it's a drama. And he made it into a leela. Leela, because it's a drama, no doubt. But when you get realized, you start seeing the drama and the play. And the whole thing is, you must have seen that most of the Sahajogis are always laughing, because they see the way things are happening. Even when they see a guru misbehaving or something, they just feel like laughing, how absurd it is. Like somebody came today to talk to me, and he told me, Mother, I have been to all kinds of nonsensical things. And he was just laughing. He said, I laugh at them now, what I did. He said, I went to one guru who used to give name to people. Say this nama, that nama. I made such efforts. I went to people, recommend my case, because he was not so rich, you see, so he was never got the name. And he was saying, give me the name, I must have the name. And the guru was saying, no, you have to wait still. He said, I poured so much money in his seva peti, and which were large seva petis were put, I did everything. But he would not give me a name. And ultimately, when it came to that, he said, all right, I'll give you a name. And he gave me a name, which I started taking. I really became mad after that. I started getting headaches, this, that. Then he said, all right, you have to suffer. If you don't suffer, you must go through it. You asked for the name, so you have it. And when he came to me, he was looking like nothing on earth, I tell you. In a very funny shape he came to me. But now he's completely cured. I could not even recognize him the other day. I just saw him. I said, oh God, are you the same person? So he said, Mother, now I laugh at all these things, and I just see that how people are stupid. To go to these false people, follow false ideas and false conceptions, and how they are missing the point. And he asked me a question, have they to go to that limit of destruction to come to you? I said, I don't know about them, what they have decided. But it is true that people are so stupid that they take to all these ideas and all these negative things much more easily than to the positive things because of the Vishuddhi chakra being spoiled. If your Vishuddhi chakra is not spoiled, your hands are working better. Many people who get realization do not feel vibrations in the hand because their Vishuddhi chakras are not alright. Now, what does that mean that your Vishuddhi chakra is not alright? First of all, by temperament, you are not a collective person. By temperament, you are not a person who enjoy collectivity much. Like people who are fussy. I want this, I want that, I want to sleep on a proper bed, I must have this, I must do that, this kind of a I. Those who have too much I in them, because both ego and superego start from this Vishuddhi chakra. You see, a man who is an egoistical person is not able to see the collectivity at all because he is separated with the rest of them. His ahankara covers his being so much that he cannot enjoy the collectivity. Now, you see, Sri Krishna lived with whom? With gopis, little boys. He went and used to look after his cows, just looking after the cows. None of these incarnations you'll find were interested in rich people or anything. He went and stayed with people who were very ordinary from the worldly point of view. And there he played, and there he did all these tricks of sweetness. He used to steal the butter. He used to steal the butter. And many people who are criticizing him always say, oh, he was a thief. Yes, he was a thief. He was the thief of the thieves. So on. He used to steal the butter because this butter was taken to Mathura by these ladies to get some money. And that was giving more health to all these horrible Rakshasas who were in Mathura. So he didn't want this to go there and give them this good health. And the best thing was to steal the butter so they don't get it and they starve on they have the deficiencies of the vitamin A and D, you can call it, and that they suffer from bad throat and they have no strength in their hands when they pick up their swords. So this was the way to hit them so that they could not fight the forces of good. So in that he proved that a higher goal is to be achieved by giving up smaller, silly, stupid goals. The hita is the main thing. Because when he said that you don't speak the truth, otherwise people will be hurt. Alright, so what should you do? You hurt the people, so you don't speak the truth. Or you speak the truth, you hurt the people, so both cannot go together. Like if I tell somebody, oh, you are so bad, that person gets hurt. Now, if I don't tell that person is lost. So what to do? He found out the solution, so he said, Satyam vadet, hitam vadet, priyam vadet. He put the word in between as hita. The word hita means good to your spirit. Whatever is good for your spirit. Hita word means good for your spirit. It has nothing to do with material thing. It means for your spirit. For example, if I tell somebody that you should not do that, he may feel bad today. But if he recognizes that mother is telling me for my good, he will do it and he will gain by that in his hita. Or else if he does not do it later on, supposing I don't tell him and if he doesn't know about it, or even if I tell him he does not do it, he is going to feel bad, so that it is not priya to his spirit. It is not priya to him. So if you do something that is the hita of a person, sometimes you have to tell a person, sometimes it may look very, very painful. The other day I told somebody that you don't cure anybody because you are not strong enough to cure. He felt very hurt. So then I'll say, all right, go ahead, you better cure others, but don't come back to me. Then he'll land up in a lunatic asylum. But when he'll land up in the lunatic asylum, then what will he say? Was that for his hita that I said? Will he be then angry? So ultimately, if you say the hita, saying is the point. Not doing, say. You say the hita with your Vishuddhi chakra, then ultimately it becomes priya, means it is light. So you say a thing which is good for the spirit. Otherwise you just don't say. But people just say to others to correct them because they are aggressive. It should be done in love. Hita means done something in love. If you want to say something to someone in love and you feel it is necessary, and the third condition, you must have adhikar. You must have the right to say to the person. If you don't have the right, to just keep quiet. Let God look after. You are not in charge of anyone. But if you have to say to someone in love, and if you have an adhikara, then you have to say it. If you don't have the adhikar, you should not say anything to anyone unless and until it is absolutely priya to that person, involving his hita. This is what he put, that you should not do any anadhikar cheshta, means you should not do something unauthorized. Like I would say, somebody comes to me and says that, where is that person whom I want to murder? Then what is the truth? Should I tell him, all right, this is the truth, you go and kill that person? According to the strict government law, it may be. I don't know if it is. I don't understand the government laws at all, or the human laws. But it is not. Then what you have to tell him? You just keep quiet. He has no adhikar, he has no right to ask you or to get this information from you. You just keep quiet, I don't know. Then he may beat you, do anything, you just say, I don't know. It is anadhikar cheshta. It is done many a times. People who are, say, great nationalists who fight for their country, and people want to extract information from them. They suffer, but they will not give the information. Not out of fear, but out of love of their fellow men who are fighting for the freedom of their country. This has been done in our country many a times. So you don't speak something which is not the adhikara of another. He has no right to ask this question. Like that, one has to be very discreet, and that is what Sri Krishna has given us, his discretion. Many people ask me, Mother, then in this situation what should I do? In that situation what should I do? That means the person has not developed his Vishuddhi chakra to be discreet. He has not evolved, he is not mature enough, he is still asking me questions. In the Nirvikalpa state, you don't ask me any questions, you know exactly what is to be done. When to shout at somebody, when to be quiet, when to be silent, when to say something, and how far to go. All these qualities develop through proper Vishuddhi chakra, because you are doing it for the hita of another person. Sometimes it pays much more to keep quiet. This is what he has taught us. Not only taught us, but he has put it within us, the discretion part, in our Vishuddhi chakra. He has put within us the power to witness the drama, to be detached. He was Yogeshwara. He was Yogeshwara. He was the Ishvara of yoga. He was the one who is the giver of yoga, naturally, because Shiva is the one to be achieved. But the one who helps us is him, is Akbar. is the Mahalakshmi Tattva, is the central path which takes you to Shiva. So he is the one who takes us there. It is he who is supported by all the prophets. He works out this for you, this great work of evolution. So one can understand very clearly that if our Vishuddhi Chakra is put right, we developed exactly how to be discreet in Sahaja Yoga. We devise a method by which we talk so much that makes people feel priya, that they appreciate, they like it, priya, loving, and also it does their hita. Even sometimes you have to say something which is harsh, or maybe your silence may make them feel little harsh, doesn't matter. It will give them ultimately their hita. So the ultimate goal is hita. That's what Krishna had in his mind, to do the hita. So his samhara shakti also, which he had, the killing. Many people criticize him for that, like the Jainis. You see, at the time of Sri Krishna, he had a cousin called Neminath. And Neminath was not Sri Krishna. He was just an ordinary human being who had achieved certain heights in evolution. He just got filled up with a kind of a feeling of a repulsion about killing animals. Of course, killing animals is not a very good thing, but he was not killing, and it was to be done for his marriage. So he developed such a strong feeling about it that he started a different thing from real Jainism, some sort of another path in which he said that there should be no killing of animals. It so became so ridiculously funny that it reached a stage where bugs became more important than human beings. Even mosquitoes were more important. You see those people walking with this thing covered on their faces and on the street. Everything taken to the last nonsense.
Mahamantras. Thank you, Shamataji, for this beautiful meditation. Let us all bow down to Shamataji, raise our Mother Kundalini, and put Bandhan. We will continue tomorrow, same time. Jai Shri Mataji.